Before Jackie Robinson donned a Brooklyn Dodger uniform, or Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus after a day well spent, before Martin Luther King Jr. ever had a dream, or Barack Obama ever dreamed of becoming a president, a legendary figure emerged from independence, and to his show horses he was so loyal. He's sometimes referred to as the father of the American Royal.
$1859. January is what they tell me. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Tom Bass. My mother was a Negro slave, and my father was a white man. Explains my hazel eyes and my curly hair. After my mother left home, my grandfather, Presley, my mother's father, he's the one who brought me up. My father, well, he chose otherwise. I, like normal kids, enjoyed playing and meeting friends, but nothing matched my bond and desire to ride and learn horses. I remember the challenges in learning how to ride horses and remembering each command to give them. Yet I was determined to master horse riding. By the age of 4, I was able to manage and command and ride all by myself. 2 years after that, at the age of 6, I was jumping fences, riding horses fearlessly. That year I also became a free man. You all know about Grant and Lee, right? Yeah, the slave system was abolished that year in Missouri. My papa Presley waited a lifetime for a moment like that to happen. Seemed as if he had some plans after becoming a free man. Having no money, car, home, we decided to stay on the plantation and work as free men. Me little time, I stayed with my papa, and I worked. I liked working. I had a brother, half brother. I think that's what you all call it now. My father had another son. He'd come to visit plantation with his friends and their horses. They were clumsy. See, they didn't know how to ride like I knew how to ride. Well, they thought they had the game and gone. They thought they knew what they were doing. But I knew what I was doing. They'd come and they'd lollygag and show off on their horses and laugh at me as I looked at them and smirked. Because I knew, y'all ain't got nothing on me. It was a challenge to them. At that time, they encouraged me to prove who I was. They just didn't know what they were doing. I talked about my papa. He gave me a horse. Nobody in the city wanted this horse, Mr. Potts. Mr. Potts was stubborn, hard-headed, and mean. Nobody wanted this horse. My papa had an option. Either to sell him, or give him a little time. He trusted me enough to give me that horse, and I showed him what it was about. I learned that horse how to be respectful. I learned that horse how to be calm. I learned that horse everything he knew. Nobody knew that Mr. Potts, old stubborn Mr. Potts, could be a respectful horse like he was. Well, after all, I am Tom Bass. I knew what I was doing. Well, the time came for me to show off my skill to my brother and his friends. See, they called me mean names. They talked about me. We were different, as you can see. I got on my horse, Mr. Potts, and I didn't tell you that everybody knew Mr. Potts. My brother and his friends included. Now, you mean to tell me that, Tom, you think you're going to show us how to ride a horse on that stubborn thing? I'm glad you asked, because give me a chance to show you. Now watch what I can do. After I chance, they couldn't say nothing else negative about me. I began making history at that very moment. I was able to take a horse that was stubborn as a bull and make it like an angel. I did that. I was proud of myself. Why don't you just give me a chance? I can do it. Mr. Potts freshly gave him to me, and I think I did a tremendous job. Anyhow, 11 years later, Mexico, Missouri, I landed my first job. It was at the town hotel. Originally, I was hired to drive the customers from the train station to the hotel. Soon after that, tales were being told about a young black man in the backwoods of Missouri, about him making miracles out of horses. Oh yeah, I knew they were talking about me, but of course I had enough decency not to go and showboat. After all, they'd find me, they knew my name. You'll catch that on your way home. Stop talking so much about your stuff, they'll find out. Suddenly I began training horses for well-to-do white customers. They didn't want to go to anybody else but me. I was able to train those horses into miracles. They came to me. They trusted me. Time passed. Wow. When I wasn't busy working as a bellhop and a buggy driver, I started turning high-step horses on the side. By the spring of 1879, I was 20 years old. I was hired as a trainer by Mr. Potts. He was one of Missouri's leading horsemen. In 1883, by the time I was 24 years old, I decided to take the advice of my mentor. I started my own training stable. I purchased 4 brush-covered acres on the outskirts of the town. I built a reputation as a fine trainer and a gentleman, both in and out of training horses. I don't have too much to say. I think I look all right. I think I sounded all right. And I'm going to get out of the way because I know you got other people to hear from. I don't know how old I am. They tell me I was born in 1859. I can't count that well. She mentioned someone by the name of Barack Obama. I have no idea who that is. Sound like the president. Well, I'm coming to visit and I'm off. Thank you for listening to my story.